Given the way that Monday Night Raw ended, Smackdown on 11/13/2003 here in East Rutherford, New Jersey at the Continental Airlines Arena has had to change.
So, if you ever had any questions on do we tell each other our booking beforehand, sometimes the answer is yes. However, in most cases, I do like to surprise Oz.
So, I am not big on surprises. When I have an idea, I say, hey, Josiah, I had an idea.
Yeah, and I personally like to just do it and then tell Oz afterwards. And he loves that so much.
It's totally fine. Like last week, where the Survivor's Choice tournament match happened in the main event, and unlike the week prior, where it got turned into a lumberjack match, this week's Survivor's Choice
was set in stone.
Fatal 4-Way opens the show.
Woo!
And like the prior week, it is only you and you alone. No lumberjacks, no extras, no nothing. But here, we open the show, and it is stated by Michael Cole that this match is so important that we are not guaranteeing anyone any other matches tonight. This match is so important, we'll stay with it as long as we have to.
Stay with it as long as we need to.
And so...
Here on Dynamite.
Oh, that's a common trope of wrestling. It didn't start with Dynamite.
Yeah, I just lived through Dynamite, so...
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I'm used to Tony Schiavone saying, we're going to stay with this action as long as it takes, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere.
Yes, and so the reason I don't announce other matches is because legitimately I only have 2 other ones on the show. Everything else after this opening match is either a talking segment or a hype for Sunday. It's just, they're all talking segments. You know how it is when you get leading into a big pay-per-view.
You don't want to do too much action. You don't want anyone getting hurt.
Not just that, but your primary purpose of the show is to get people to buy that pay-per-view.
Exactly.
So the show opens with Mark Jindrak, a man who sees himself as the main event, a man who thinks he is the reflection of perfection, coming out.
Still a great title.
All alone, no Iron Addicts. He is followed to the ring by Rodney Mack. No Teddy Long, no Mark Henry.
No MPAA.
Yeah, nothing. Just one man wrecking crew.
There's a white boy in this match.
Actually, there are 3.
Oh, 3 white boys!
The next man out is Spike Dudley.
Oh, it's a white boy.
And the last participant, the final man in this 4-way dance, Jamie Noble.
Jamie.
So, Rodney Mack is very thrilled that all 3 of his opponents are Caucasians. But
this is where he shined.
But the thing is that Rodney isn't out to have an easy night because he starts throwing hands with a man made of granite, that being Mark Jindrak.
Big body.
And Spike and Jamie Noble are doing fast-paced
lucha things.
Exactly.
Essentially.
So, Spike Dudley has always been basically a daredevil. A man willing to take...
I think that's an understatement, but yes.
A man willing to take any damage and keep coming. And Jamie, who started out as 1/3 of the Young Dragons, is capable of both flying and kicking and basically doing great cruiserweight action.
Yeah.
And so, those 2 guys work their way to the outside.
Nice.
I'm gonna say Jamie clotheslines Spike out and dives onto him.
Nice.
They hit the barricade, but inside the ring, Rodney has worked Mark into the corner, and he then does his running drop kick from one side of the ring to the other, the drive-by kick.
Drive-by.
And this match, I'm gonna say it goes a solid 8 minutes without anybody even attempting a fall.
Nice. Because
everybody here has something to prove. Spike, who has recently been Cruiserweight Champion, wants to prove to the world he is still capable of being a championship caliber wrestler.
Indeed.
Mark Jindrak, who has saw himself in the upper echelon, never has actually achieved said lofty goals.
Indeed.
Rodney, who had a stellar White Boy Challenge TV title reign hasn't really gotten to that same prominence since, and Jamie Noble is the only member of Koinonis to not have gold.
That's right.
So, like I said, all these guys are just out here doing big work. But eventually, somebody does have to look at the lights.
And who's the first one?
So, at the same time that Jamie Noble hits a diving headbutt onto Spike Dudley and covers, at that same point, Rodney Mack hits Mark Jindrak with his, I'm going to say, mentor, but also friend, Farouk's Dominator. And
Nice.
so Mark Jindrak and Spike Dudley, Nick Patrick looks and he sees both guys pinned at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Both Mark Jindrak and Spike Dudley are eliminated
Double elimination.
at the same time. So it becomes a one-on-one encounter between Jamie and Rodney. And Jamie Noble is working from underneath the whole time. He is, I don't know,
Makes sense.
what,
Bigger than
5'8"?
better.
Yeah, exactly.
5'8", probably 170.
Something like that. And
Ballpark.
Rodney Mack he's
Is he 6? I thought he was 6 foot.
he's definitely bigger, that's for
Yeah.
sure. But my thing is, he just has that gruff look to him. He has that. I know that in OVW he was called the Red Dog.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
And he did come out with a chain, kind of like Junkyard Dog.
Yeah.
But he just has this overall demeanor of
Got that
rough.
doggy dog in it.
Yes, exactly. And so Rodney Mack, throughout the remainder of this contest, basically is in control. And he only comes up short when Jamie Noble gets a surprise roll-up, or a small package, I'll say. And so when Jamie hooks the head, holds the legs, 1, 2, 3, Rodney Mack isn't exactly defeated as it more is he's surprised.
Yeah.
And,
I wasn't ready for that display of technical mastery.
Exactly. And Jamie has always been the type of wrestler in our world.
Who would out wrestle you before he out muscles?
Because he has that intelligence to his game. There was literally a time in the show where he would never win a match the same way as he won the prior match.
Indeed. The Jonathan Gresham approach.
Exactly. Well, I actually thought of Danielson when I was doing it.
Also a great comparison.
The next segment, and this is actually going to be one of my classic bleed over segments.
Love it.
As Jamie and Rodney acknowledge one another's ability, as they both are working their way out of the ringside area, they're not walking up the ramp. And the reason being is, as they are exiting through the side, both The Undertaker and Chuck Palumbo ride motorcycles out and down the ramp. And so you see Jamie and Rodney going off the side while the bikers come down the middle. And in this segment...
They have done it now.
Gonna made a big mistake.
I can't allow.
So Taker calls out Vince McMahon. But when Vince answers, you'll never guess what happens. He's not alone.
I can't believe it. Vince McMahon?
So Vince comes out with his entire entourage.
All 9,000 of them.
He has Matt Morgan, John Heidenreich, Nathan Jones, Heidenreich, Jones, and Big Show.
Big Show.
Oh, and A-Train all hold the Team Extreme Tornado Championships on their shoulders.
Yes.
But also with them is Sable, Terry Reynolds, and Dawn Marie.
What a squad.
So none of these people...
So 9 human beings have walked out. All right.
And none of these people get in the ring. They all stay up by the Smackdown fist, basically.
Staging area.
Staging area, yes. And so one thing that ensures they are not going to come to the ring is the fact that while The Undertaker is in ring with a microphone to his face, Chuck Palumbo has a biker chain wrapped around his fist and another one draped around his shoulder because he is not going to...
If you want to look hard, that's how you do it.
Exactly. He's not going to take any chances with this gang that surrounds Vince McMahon. Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long, available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much, much more, but most importantly, the story itself. So The Undertaker, in this moment, he says, I only asked you out here, Vince McMahon, to tell you, you walk around acting like you have power. But we all know that ever since your wife had you and your son sign an agreement, you don't have any power.
Facts.
I went to the president of Alpha Entertainment Worldwide, and the delusion comes to an end this Sunday. And like you said, bang, bang, Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Mankind, Dude Love, whatever you want to think of him
What other
as.
9,000 names he has, man.
Mick Foley pops onto the Tron. Vince turns him and his whole crew to look at the screen, and he says...
screens. Yes.
Screens, exactly. And Mick says to Vince, he's like, I did talk with The Undertaker. And this Sunday at Survivor Series, you will not have a nice day because either The Undertaker will do what he told me he's going to do and bury you alive, and this farce of you controlling SmackDown will be over, or you, by defeating The Undertaker in a buried alive match, will win control of SmackDown. And so Vince laughs about this. He loves it. He's got, what do you say, 9 people with him?
At least.
He's all for this. He's like, I'll make this happen easy.
Yeah, I'm about to say, do I even have to try, really?
Yeah, and so I will clarify. I know for a fact this is not the perfect build, but
however,
as WWE is known to do, and with that we can say that Alpha Entertainment Worldwide takes it into our control, we can cut a good package where The Undertaker interrupts Vince McMahon. He's upset with how he treated Stephanie. So many different beats can be shown to make it make sense. And here's the other thing. I don't really know how to get The Undertaker where he needs to be, besides the way they did it. Yeah. So I'm just allowing it to play out.
Just letting it ride.
So after this segment, we see a graphic pop up that says Eddie Ray and Chavo in action this Sunday at Survivor Series.
Cool.
After that, Ernest the Cat Miller second package plays a continuation of the
club scene.
Well, the idea of the people who are on the outside who wanted to get inside are now on the inside, and they are watching Ernest Miller get down.
His bad self.
Exactly. So that finishes up. We see a backstage segment where Matt Cappotelli, Zach Gowen, they praise Spike Dudley for how he was willing to go through all that damage, do whatever it takes to come out on top, even though he fell short.
Yeah.
You're the king of the underdogs we look up to, type thing.
Yeah.
This is the first two-spike acknowledgement of Zach Gowen and Matt Cappotelli's affection for him that we as the viewers have seen be
publicly, live and in living color on camera.
Be played out. Now, here comes that big change that I knew was going to happen given the end of Raw. We see the history of Superman, who started in 1938. We see the emergence of Captain America, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. And we see the comparison between Bill Goldberg and Captain America. We see Brock Lesnar compared to Superman, and how the hype of Christopher Reeves is intercut with the prominence and strength of Brock Lesnar. We see how that America looking up to Steve Rogers equates to the way the world sees Bill Goldberg if you're not in New York.
Yeah, anywhere but New York.
And then in this segment, while the package is playing, we see a devilish smile split the screen.
Great wording.
Split the screen, and Christian is seen giving his Evolve Championship to Eric Bischoff. It's showing the beauty of what could have been, mixed with the devastation.
Grim reality of what we have.
Exactly.
I like the devilish grin splitting the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fun. I like this.
So, after the hype for Survivor Series main event, we see that the MPAA are in the back.
I think it's the first time the Evolve titles affected anything on SmackDown as well.
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Nice.
So, they are being interviewed by, I'm going to say Josh Matthews, question mark.
Yeah.
Feels like
That feels
Josh
like the right era.
Matthews
Yeah.
territory.
Yeah, ballparking it.
So, the BFG interrupt the interview because they are upset about losing the Team Extreme Tornado Championships, and Vince, who...
At some point, we're just going to have to call those 6-man titles.
So there will be a day when the name of the championships change, but it's not for another 3 years, so...
Awesome.
Team Extreme Tornado Championships is their name until...
Hey, I'm glad you have to say that,
2006.
not me.
Yes. So, Vince McMahon, who is still riding high off of the idea he is going to get real control, comes into the segment and he orders that the new champions, Koinonis, will have to defend against the men holding the titles, which is legitimately nothing to do with BFG or MPAA, except for the fact that they're factions and he is singularly minded for his crew. Josh Matthews, the MPAA, so Farouk Bradshaw, Rodney, and BFG are all like, well, that was a big screw you to us, basically. At that point, we see the Towering Titans, Big Show, John Heidenreich, and A-Train come out with the titles, although they're not champions.
Yep.
And they're accompanied by Nathan Jones and Matt Morgan.
As you do.
But when Koinonis comes out, Toa Reigns, Hurricane, and Saren Moore, they don't have Jamie Noble with them because of how much struggle
you took during that match.
exactly
Yeah.
he had in that opening
Still in the
contest.
trainer's room getting taped,
Exactly.
iced and whatever.
But as this trios match, this tornado trios match happens, and as it is seen that Toa Reigns, Hurricane Helms, and Saren Moore are outnumbered because with
3-on-5 is a lot.
I was gonna say with the rules of the match, the Towering Titans cheat the whole time.
I can't believe it. I'm shocked.
So as this is demonstrated, the Undertaker and Chuck Palumbo make their way out
Hey,
with those biker chains on their fists, and they make sure that
they start equalizing.
they equalize exactly. And Toa Reigns is able to defeat A-Train to retain their titles and actually get them back in their possession.
Nice. How'd you do it? Splash?
Okay, so we're in ring. We'll say Palumbo hits Train with a fist.
Nice.
While he falls, then yes, Toa Reigns hits. I'm gonna say a Vader bomb. So the big, the working and the back,
bouncing
that bounce back splash. Yes.
Excellent.
So after the heroes are holding their titles up, that's when we get our second Survivor Series hype package. This time, the package is comparing Bill Goldberg to Godzilla and Brock Lesnar to King Kong.
Nice.
Intercutting, I'm going to say public domain content where it's black and white era footage with the modern age versions of them. And then this time when it ends, it shows Sean O'Hare, Kane, and Chris Jericho cheering on for Christian as he plots and plans to interject himself into the match.
Nice.
That way the ending of the two change but are pointing back to what had happened.
Yeah.
And so after that, we show Taz and Michael Cole, and they say, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we do have enough time left in the show. Mark Henry is defending the television title.
Oh, yeah. That does have to happen every show.
And so Mark comes out, grabs the mic, and he says, the World Breaker is willing to break anybody. Come on out. And so...
Come on down.
And so Lance Storm, who was mad about the way that Vince treated him, Booker, and Scott, makes his way out to the ring. And Lance Storm, great talent. He does the best he can. But Lance Storm does fall to the World's Strongest Slam and gets crushed by the World Breaker. And so, yeah, this was a very strong build toward Survivor Series. Multiple packages. I am so excited myself. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.